Hey everybody, Real Estate Ninja here. Hope you're doing well. In the work truck, on my way to a remodel project, and I've got two escrows open right now. And I want to talk about something that every single person can do right now to prepare to make stupid money in real estate, and it takes very, very little money. We're going to talk about tax liens and deeds. I'm going to talk about a couple of objections, but the one thing you need to do right off the bat is you need to start finding auctions. They're all around the country. Some states are tax lien states, and that's what we're going to focus on right now. Some are tax deed states. You want to find the lien states and start applying for these auctions. You register for the auctions. It's free to register. Some counties ask for a 10% deposit on how much you want to bid. It's totally refundable if you don't win any auctions. And by the way, the auctions are done online from the privacy of your own home. It's super simple to do it. You just need to figure out where to go. And the easiest way is to go to county treasurer websites and look for their tax lien sales section and follow the instructions, right? It's super simple. I want to talk about a couple of objections that people, it holds people back. And I don't want anything holding you back. So we're going to answer those objections right now. Another thing I want to talk about, well, here, real quick, it's the last day for the sale, the bundle sale and the tax lien and tax deed course. If you want that, it's down below. It will lead you to all of the websites, all the auctions and all that stuff. It makes it really easy, saves you a lot of time. So there's the link down below. All right. Now, so one of the objections is it's too complicated, right? No, wait, sorry, that's not a good enough objection. This one, only insiders get good liens and newbies get frozen out. That's absolutely not true. Now imagine this, saying the same thing about eBay. Well, I'm not gonna bid on that item on eBay because I'm a newbie and people with experience are just gonna win it. That means nothing. The highest bidder wins, right? Well, it's a little actually the opposite. Yeah, it's highest bidder, but lowest interest rate wins on tax liens. And a lot of people don't understand how that works. So I'll give an example. Let's say you're in a tax lien state like Florida. Florida pays 18% if you are willing to buy someone's tax lien, meaning somebody didn't pay their taxes on their property, and you come in and say, I'll pay the tax bill, and the county says, great. When we collect the money from either the person that is delinquent or it eventually goes to an auction, we're going to pay you back first, and we're going to give you 18% interest. Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of people that can bid on that one property, right? And you go, well, I'm willing to bid here and I want to at 18%. If somebody else comes in behind you and bids, the interest rate drops a little bit. And the person behind you goes, hey, I'm willing to bid on it too, but I'm willing to take 17.5%, let's say. And then someone comes in behind them and goes, oh, I'm willing to take 17. It's a completely fair and equitable process for the homeowner because the homeowner is behind on taxes. And if a bunch of people bid to pay that homeowner's tax bill, when the homeowner either wants to get current or eventually loses the property, they're going to pay a lower rate. All right. So that's something you need to understand. This is not a newbie versus experienced situation. And if that's holding you back, it shouldn't hold you back. The only difference is there are people that just get it. And once you get it and you get a check in the mail for your interest rate and the original investment you made, which is way better than what the stock market does or what bonds do or all this stuff, you go, well, if I just did it with one, why can't I do it with 20? Then why can't I do it with 100 and constantly getting mailbox checks in? Okay. Now, another one. Here's another objection. I don't have enough cash to play in real estate. All right. You can honestly start with $200. The reason why is because you're buying someone's tax bill, right? And a lot of people, and this is really sad because this is not a get rich quick scheme. Even though I know someone that started in 2015 with $300 is now making over $300,000 per year just in reoccurring revenue. That is not a joke. And again, I want to remind you, that person owns not one piece of real estate. Investing in real estate, not owning one piece, and making more cash flow than 99.999% of real estate investors in this country. This is extremely, extremely powerful, all right? Because a lot of people ask for cash flow, but then you've got to deal with, headaches like toilets and things like that. I've got 2 properties in escrow right now. They're commercial. Why? Because I don't want to fix as many things. It's a special type of commercial too. It's not like your normal commercial properties, but it's a small niche, So you could start with, if somebody has a tax bill that they missed for $200, you could do that. Now, ironically, the sad thing is most people don't do that or even think that that's a sexy proposition because they go, that's not enough money. So what? Even if I made 25% on $200, what is that? Yeah, it's called a start. I had to buy my first house before I bought the next 13 houses. Okay. And that's what holds a lot of people back, and it shouldn't, but it's true. It does. As a matter of fact, do me a favor, type one or type one down below if you've taken the course and what you think about it. Please. I really appreciate it. I don't put up reviews on my website or anything like that because I let the students speak for themselves, and I'm so grateful because I have the most amazing students ever. So you could start with very little money, and then here's the last objection I want to go over with you. The market's too hot or it's too cold, right? The timing feels wrong. The worst thing about that objection is that there are always tax liens and tax deeds available for sale. But right now, what is abnormal is the amount of tax liens available in the country because people just stopped paying after COVID. They just said, screw it, I'm done. The inflation has tapped them out. They're just like, we're done. And so there's this massive amount of tax lien inventory right now and so few people investing in them. To give you an idea, one of my coaches, Coach Matt, went to a tax deed auction, right? This is where they auction off the property and the starting bid is what's owed on the taxes, right? Oh, and to give you a little bit more background, the Supreme Court ruled on this too a little while back. And let's say you owe $5,000 in back taxes and it goes to auction and they're going to auction your house off. The starting bid's $5,000, but it sells, let's say it's worth $500,000 house and it sells for $400,000. You go, great, somebody took that person's money. It's actually not true. That the owner can now file and take back the difference minus whatever's owed to the bank, right? If they owned the house cash, they get all the difference. So they would get in that scenario $395,000 back. It's a very fair process in a world where, if you miss your car payment, you get the car taken away and then your credit gets shot. This way is set up to where you're given like a lifeboat, a life preserver for a certain amount of time, but it only has so much rope. And that life preserver is, hey, you missed your taxes. Somebody bought the lien against it, so we're going to give you an extension period. But if that extension period goes over and the person that paid your lien files a document to put the property on the market, we're going to, on auction block, we're going to sell it. Okay. So this is really important to understand how awesome this process is. I really do. I hate taxes altogether, right? But the truth is none of us can change it. So would you rather go make money from it and at the same time help some people, or would you rather just sit on the sidelines and whine? That's the way I look at it. So that objection of the market's too hot or it's too cold, it doesn't matter, because if you know what you're doing, if you know how to register the auctions, and it's like going on eBay, just so you guys know, type 10 if there are things that you've bidded on and you haven't won, right? It's a life, right? There's a higher bidder somewhere. But you still go back and bid because there are ones that you won and you made money from it or you got a deal from it, right? And so you can't look at things so negatively. You got to look at it on the positive side. The ones that you win, you're going to go crush it. You're going to make money. And then the only difference between your failure or success is the amount of times you bid, the amount of properties you're looking at. And once you know how to look at them, it's just common sense. You wake up, you spend an hour a day doing some work, and you're absolutely blowing it up, making stupid amounts of money. Before you know it, you're making an extra 6 figures a year. So look, if you want the course, it puts it all in line. Is it the best course in the world? No. Is it going to set you on the path, give you all the information to register for auctions, understand how these work, all the intricacies and stuff like that? Absolutely, it's going to do it. It's going to save you a ton of time and money. And right now, they're bundled down below together. So with that being said, I hope you have an awesome day. The Real Estate Ninja is out.